find that today I'm sort of come full circle because I am working with the research materials and the elements that informed this project that went around primary schools. That is now informing what I'm doing in a book that I've just written called Redhair and Daffodil Friend. This book came out of that project, and I started it in 1989, but it never got performed. It was my contribution as a performer to the process. For a long time I felt this story was part of my body and my telling and my physicality, and it just went on the back burner. It was a big lesson I had to learn in terms of collaboration, that when you're working as part of a group, and even if you are the solo person paying all the bills, hiring all the people, you've got to be able to give up what you care about mostly. And in order to learn things at that early stage in my career, it was really important for me to understand how to say, okay, that's fine, how to say, right, I won't do Redhair and Daffodil Friend. I found I became a very physical performer, driven by physicality and not so much words, although I used words in all of my performance work. I had a bit of an aversion to the word, if you like. And I've only just understood this most recently, even though I'd done an English degree, become an English teacher, stroke drama teacher, had all that love of words. I never felt confident with words. I never felt I was an articulate practitioner. When I worked on this project with the team, I had £1,000 and I gave them each, I think it was £250. There was a designer, a writer and a director and a composer, and they all got the same amount of money, and I had to sort of sell the piece and develop the piece for touring, and eventually I broke even on that £1,000. But I did manage to take it to Edinburgh, and I did manage to get it round most of the schools in Coventry. But the fortunate thing about that was that I used to be a teacher in Coventry, so I knew everybody. I'd got my collaborators already, so I'd already set the tour up with my mates, basically, people that I knew, and it all developed from there. Where it led me was into the arena of professional theatre and professional performance and the Edinburgh Festival, and a run at the Edinburgh Festival for 3 weeks. It was at that time trying to get reviews, and it was about trying to persuade the Guardian to come in and see it, to persuade the Independent to come in and see it, to persuade the Scotsman to come in and see it. And it was a hard slog. It was a really hard slog. And then the work changed, because I think I was changing from. So my work developed more into writing with my body, devising with my body, physicalising emotion, and particularly mining my own personal history. So my family story started to find its way into the work. But I've realised that both in this performance and in this children's chapter book, there's still the sense of the autobiography there. I didn't realise this at the time, but I do know it now. So we're always writing our lives. We're always, I feel, we're always, if we count this as a dream, maybe it's a sort of, an imaginary dream. I can see myself in all the characters in this story. The real sort of arguments I've had through my life coming out in this story, the political thinking coming out in this story.